Okay, we're going to install the rear rocker box. I've already got the gasket in place. It's important to check the gasket out. This has got an extra little area here, a bridge for the breather, and that's got to line up with the head. So make sure that you have the gasket orientated properly. We've got our bottom rocker box housing here. We want to make sure it's nice and clean. And we'll start to put the bolts. We're going to make sure that we have Loctite on all the bolts. We have our rocker boxes installed. The bolts are all just touching the rocker box, and you can see that actually it's still just a bit loose. We're doing that for the reason of alignment when we put our rocker arm support plate on. Now before I do that, I'm going to take some lube and I'm going to lube the tops of the valves, because we don't want those to be dry when we are starting the engine. And that should be just enough. Here's our rocker arm support plate. The lower rocker box is installed. The rocker arm support plate is in. We need to torque these 18 to 22 foot-pounds. And the sequence for the front head is 1, 2, 3, 4. For the back, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get to that in just a minute. The other bolts that are in here, the 7/16, those are going to be torqued to 120 to 168 inch-pounds. So I'm going to start torquing those now. Alright, for the rocker arm support plate, we're going to be torquing that to 18 to 22 foot-pounds. I have my wrench set at 22 foot-pounds, and there is a specific order for torquing these. It's going to be this first one is 1. This one over here is 2. Three's up front. And 4 is going to be this back one. Now the rear rocker box is different. Okay, everything in here has been torqued. I wanted to remind you that these were torqued at 120 inch-pounds. We're ready to install the rocker cover and rocker cover bolts. You can see we've got the gasket ready to go. Everything's clean. I've already got Loctite on the bolts. There's going to be 3 long ones and 3 short ones. The rocker cover bolts get torqued to 15 to 18 foot-pounds. We need to torque the rear rocker arm support plate just a little bit differently than the front one. The torque is 18 to 22 foot-pounds, and the sequence is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead. Rocker cover bolts are torqued 15 to 18 foot-pounds.